We're just 4 weeks into the new football season, and yet we're into our second West Country derby. Yeovil travel to Swindon on Sunday. Well, for Swindon fans, relief, because their manager Paul Sturrock earlier in the week was linked with the possible job at Leicester City, but today he reaffirmed his commitment to Swindon Town.
Still here and with a long-term plan at the county ground, a message to the supporters and possibly the new owners too.
It would be nice to have, put some roots down and bed in my idea of how a football club should be run, and hopefully with the new board coming in, I can have a discussion with them, and hopefully we're on the same wavelengths.
Yeah. So you're here for the long haul?
I'm here for the long haul.
Well, the short-term focus is on Yeovil Town on Sunday. How many of these new signings will be making their league debut? One of them has already made a big impression, setting up 3 goals in the Johnston's Paint Trophy during the week.
Should have scored as well, just tried to chip the goalkeeper when should have just blasted it, as I've been told from the managerial point of view, but I know what he wants and similar, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It was one of the main reasons I came here. Had a good working relationship with him at Sheffield Wednesday, so I'm hoping that continues.
Yeovil, like Swindon, are in the top half of the table and aiming to show last season's playoff final appearance was no fluke.
I've gone on record saying that I do think we've got a stronger squad than last season, and the fact that the players that have been playing over the last 3 or 4 games and have got a bit of a run going for us have been responsible for that.
Because they've been promoted. I think it's always hard to play them teams early in the season because they're in a habit of winning games. Obviously last season they had a good year to come up, and that it's probably not the best time to play them.
So which one of these sets of boots will make a telling contribution on Sunday? We'll have the action for you over the weekend and on Monday night's programme as well. This is Alistair Durden for BBC Points West at the county ground in Swindon.
To drill it forward towards Zaboo. Wearing gloves, despite the fact that we're into a rather warm September at the moment. Played back towards Easton, took a deflection. I think it was Pook who got the shot in. Mildenhall forward for Owusu. Good header down from him. Now Peltier. Might try the long-range effort from there, Peltier. Just saw the little gap opening up in front of him then. He did a better execution there, really. To Smith. And to curl it in towards Peacock. Guide again with the header. Come for Pook. Trying the long-range effort, but well, it took a bit of a bounce in front of Mildenhall, but was never really going to trouble him. Now Sturrock. Back for Zaboo. To roll it into the path of Craig Easton. Roberts to his right. Yeah, Christian Roberts trying to find space on the edge of the area to get the shot in. It was a good one too. And Mildenhall had to be at full stretch. And that really is the best opportunity we've seen. And the best execution as well. And Christian Roberts. Decent distance on it in towards Peacock. Peltier was up in front of him. And the long-range effort, wow! Came in from Jamie Vincent, and Steve Mildenhall was at full stretch again. Peacock. Moved wide. For Christian Roberts, looking to come inside and drill it in. And this is the obvious target. Richie Jones with the cross. Scott Guyot coming up behind him. Well, Owusu is celebrating. Did he get the final touch, or was it Scott Guyot? I think it might just have been Owusu. But either way, Yeovil have the lead. Anthony Barry going to try the long-range effort. Oh, he just had Phil Smith scrabbling a little bit then. Taken down well by Paynter. He's found McGovern. Can get the cross in towards Zaboob on this near side. Oh, he's done well to find a bit of space here. Can he lay it back? Chance for McGovern. And he may well hide his face because he knows that that was a good opportunity. Zaboob did very well to create the space. It was a lovely little layback. And McGovern failing to hit the target.
Francis Donovan. Francis, big changes at Swindon. It's all happening in football, isn't it? They're following in the same path as Chelsea and Man City, people like that. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Steve, because Swindon Town have confirmed the club's takeover by a Portuguese-backed consortium should be completed within the next 24 hours. But the future of manager Paul Sturrock has been thrown into doubt after the new owners appointed a general manager who will have overall control of footballing matters at the county ground. José Veiga, who used to be in charge of the Portuguese champions Benfica, was in the crowd as Swindon lost 1-0 to Yeovil yesterday. Nigel Turner reports.
Things didn't go well on the pitch for Swindon as Yeovil's Lloyd Owusu scored the only goal of the game at the county ground to leave manager Paul Sturrock frustrated. But off the field there was even more intrigue as the club's prospective new owners introduced their new general manager, José Veiga, who will be in charge of all footballing matters at the club.
José has a board-level position, so the two of us will be conferring on a lot of matters at a high level to try to make sure that we have a great short-term and strategic plan for the growth of the football organization. We want to go up, and José has a pretty much impeccable track record of that.
Quite where that leaves Paul Sturrock, only the new owners know. Clearly the manager is keen to find out where he stands.
There's no point in making any debate on what's this and what's that, and who's going to do this and who's going to do that, until we're sitting down face to face with each other and chatting about it. I think that's the appropriate thing for the football club now, is for us to have a clear picture of our short-term goals and our long-term goals. That's what I'm looking to find out about, and I'm sure everybody at the football club in Swindon would like to know that as well.
It all has a familiar look about it. Bristol City fans will recognise the signs from 9 years ago when their club appointed foreign coach Benny Lennartson to work with then manager John Ward, who subsequently left within weeks.
Paul's the manager. He's got to feel the team that wins. You know, he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders usually. José's job is more to provide guidance on how we strategically manage the team to make sure that we get the best results possible. So, you know, I'm sure they'll have some times together where they'll be butting heads, but everybody wants the same results, and that's you know, wins and moving up the table.
On the surface, the takeover has to be good for Swindon because it'll wipe out their debts. But from a playing point of view, it could have an unsettling effect for weeks to come, until everyone knows who exactly is in charge of who. Nigel Turner at the county ground for the West Tonight.
Thanks very much indeed, Chris. Yes, all possible financial problems have been investigated, we are told, and the deal is due to be signed tomorrow. The new Portuguese consortium certainly has grand ideas both on and off the pitch, including a new stadium complex. Also, they appear to have money. But as yet, there's very little detail about their grand designs. Well, Swindon may have lost to Yeovil in yesterday's West Country derby, but the News' three-strong executive team was on display. The man formerly in charge at Portuguese club Benfica, José Veiga, a man with a highly colourful past, is the new general manager. Jim Little is chairman designate, and Rufus Brevitt is the new sporting director. Now, where this leaves manager Paul Sturrock is far from clear. Sturrock himself will only say he has yet to have a meeting with the new men in charge.
A lot of uncertainty around.
A man with plenty on his mind. As Yeovil left the county ground with the win, Paul Sturrock was still seeking clarification on how the new appointments will affect his job as manager.
No point in making any debate on what's this and what's that, who's going to do this and who's going to do that, until we're sitting down face to face with each other and chatting about it. I think that's the appropriate thing for the football club now, is for us to have a clear picture of our short-term goals and our long-term goals.
His side had looked more likely to open the scoring against Yeovil. Christian Roberts testing Steve Mildenhall's reactions. The former Swindon keeper was then beaten by Jamie Vincent's shot, which curled just the wrong side of the post.
How close is that?
And it was Yeovil's Lloyd Owusu who made the breakthrough with a firm header, and he was clearly still all shook up from an earlier head injury.
That was just a little celebration me and my boys done on holiday when we went this year. They said if I score, we've got to do this funny dance. So, like I say, that was dedicated to all my boys back home.
He's come here and he thinks we've got a chance of being, you know, relatively successful, and he's enjoying life, he's enjoying the training, he's enjoying football, and that's half the battle, isn't it?